What's good, homies? This is Chris from the Small Hat Crew, joined today by Small Hat Manny from Manny Fest.
Hello.
Yeah, I'll let you go first this time. Switch it up. And Small Hat Nick.
I've officially left the Small Hat. I'm a Peepo Hat again.
Well, that's why Manny got to go first this time. Look at that.
Yay!
If you're on the Peepo Hat Crew, gonna have to take your Small Hat tag from you in the Discord. Unfortunately. But you've chosen this bait, so you've done it to yourself. Anyway, Small slashed you because actually it was not justified.
You were there. You were holding
It was not. You're just petting her. But with all of that being said, we'll go ahead and hop into this one. We're reviewing more new cards. Let's get right to it. We have Shura, red character, cost 3, power 4000, strike, film, shipbuilding town, counter 1000, blocker. When attacking and on block once per turn, this character's power becomes the same as the power of your opponent's leader until the start of your next turn. This is a blocker that says no matter what leader's swinging, I only have to counter 1k to get out of it.
Yeah.
Yep.
This blocker is so good.
It really is.
So it has counter. It's a 3-cost blocker that matches leader. It also is, not only that, is it like he an amazing blocker, because he's pretty much, as long as you have 1k in your hand, he's always surviving the battle. But also, as far as swinging on the opponent goes, this card always matches the leader. It always matches the leader for no Dawn investment. You just swing, and he's 5. You don't have to put a Dawn into it.
Yeah.
This card's great. I like this card a lot.
Yep.
I think this card a 3.5.
I give it a 4.
I would have... Go ahead.
I would say I like his tracksuit a lot.
I would have given him a 4 if Whitebeard was still in our meta, because Whitebeard isn't. So sometimes, because like for example, because you see what it says when attacking, it would have been really nice like during the Whitebeard matchup where it's like he becomes 6 without any Dawn investment. So you could like, cool, I'm just gonna go into my opponent real fast with him. But because like we don't have a Whitebeard anymore, the when attacking part doesn't matter. And then obviously the on block is fantastic. Like that's the best thing of this card. But because it's only leader, it just kind of hinders me a bit. And because we don't have Whitebeard, I would say it's like a 3.5.
I don't think it would be fair to say that like the on attacking doesn't matter too much, because basically what this card says is so long as you're swinging leader, this card is a vanilla with blocker. It's a 3/5 that can be a blocker on the following turn, because he's always going to match the leader no matter what. So he is a 3/5 body, essentially.
We're also going to be in a format that has access to Katasu, or whatever the crow dude's name is. So we always
true.
have a 5k blocker.
True.
This is I like this card a lot, but I like this card a lot, but I don't think he's like crazy good or anything, which is why I'm gonna give him that 3.5. Next we have Shanks, red character, cost 10. So red's finally getting their second 10 cost character. Power 12,000 slash. So he cannot kill Buggy. This is important. Film. So he is searchable. 4 emperors, red hair pirates, no counter. On play, KO up to one of your opponent's characters with 10,000 power or less. This card's great. In red purple Uta, this card is 10 Dawn. Pop a 12k. And there's no character in the game that he cannot pop, so long as they're not like a black Borsalino or something. This card is great. This card is also so this is red's Mihawk, their on play removal option. It's funny though because so with him being a 10 Dawn, pop a 10k. Yeah, again, the leaders that aren't Uta. Yeah, because on average, 10k characters they're usually 8 or 9 Dawn on average, and then there are even some 10 Dawn characters, 10 cost characters that are 10k power. So he's always somewhere in the range of I'm popping anywhere from a 8 cost character to a 10 cost character, whereas Mihawk capped himself out at 7. He was like, to be fair, Mihawk does bottom deck, but I don't know. I think this is a really good 10 cost character, especially when you consider our other 10 cost character was a rusher that, you know,
an 8k if your opponent uses block.
Yeah, red's 10ks or 10 cost characters they're really good. With all of that being said, what would you rate this card?
10? I thought Shanks was 9.
No, I'm talking about the Luffy.
Oh, okay.
10 cost
The
Luffy.
starter deck Luffy that we're getting next month.
You lead with the rating on this one.
So I like the Shanks a lot. Purpluta is really good. A red Purpluta. I think I've said it a lot, but I feel like this is another 4.
Manny?
I just think that like 10 to pop one card. Like it pops anything in the game, but it's like I don't know, like I feel like for 10 Dawn, I feel like it did more. Like I expect more of a 10 Dawn card that just says on play KO one character. So I would give it a 3.
A 3? He is pop 1 card, but also he is potentially like opponent spends 10 Dawn on like a Kaido, and then you follow up, I spend 10 Dawn to remove your... Because pretty much like if he pops a 10 cost character, he's pretty much saying their opponent spent their entire turn on 1 card, and then you spent your entire turn outing that 1 card and leaving on a 12k body.
Well, hold on. So with that example of you saying Kaido, I'm assuming you're saying blue Kaido. If I drop...
Oh yeah, okay. I'm talking like draw 4 Kaido,
one of the
for
10
example.
drop Kaidos. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, well even more so. If he dropped either 10 drop Kaido,
yeah,
they dealt with more than 1 character.
Yeah, but they lost 6 Dawn.
Yeah, but there's so much ramp. But
they're not outing your Shanks with 6 Dawn.
Yeah, there's Red Rock. Like if we're gonna go with the assumption that...
Well, no.
Kaido,
I thought you were talking purple Kaido there for a second, because I know we said blue Kaido, but then you said he's outed. If he's outed more than 1 character, realistically with blue Kaido...
Blue Kaido as well.
Yeah, blue Kaido outs 2
Well, no, that's what I was
characters.
gonna say, because blue Kaido doesn't really out 2 characters, because he puts them in the hand, and one of them like is when he's outing like an actual threat, but the other one's usually them bouncing their own card.
Well, that's still advantage. Like at the end of the day, like either he bounces 2 characters or on, and it gives yourself advantage and minuses your opponent, or he dealt with 2 characters. Like,
well, that's not even an advantage, because they are not even going plus. They're just putting their own card back in their hand. So they would use their entire turn to put one of your bodies back into your hand, and then they'd put back like a Who's Who Search or something back in their hand, and then you would use your turn to then out their Kaido. So you're outing what they did with their entire turn. All they basically did was they stuck a body in your hand, but then you've established an even bigger body, and they've lost their body. They've done nothing with their turn essentially, but put a Who's Who in their hand.
Yeah, but then they would just Red Rock this, put it to the bottom of the deck. Like.
Well, yeah, but that puts someone having the Red Rock.
Well, I don't know.
Red Rock is the only card in the game that reaches him.
I'm not saying the card is bad. I'm just saying it's a 3 because it only pops 1 card. That's all I'm saying. That's my that's my take.
No, that's fine. Yeah, no, because I wasn't even saying like that your rating's bad or anything like that. I was just saying because if the reason is because he only outs 1 card, it would, the fact that he is the 1 character that says out any character in the game. Because I think he is the only character that says that, right?
Yeah. Other one's a 6 cost event that does it, but it doesn't leave behind a 12 drop body.
And then Yamato has to be in Queen. Yamato has a bigger luxury of what to pop, but it's still limited.
Yeah, he's the only character. So essentially he would be saying I am Red Rock, but for 4 more Dawn. So for 4 more Dawn, gain a 12k body. So each extra Dawn is 3k power essentially. Which is, I think, crazy. This card's great. I'm gonna give this card a 4. I think this card's a 4. Moving on, we have Rocky, yellow character, cost 1, power 1000, ranged, Sky Island, Shandora Warrior, counter 1000. If you have a Shandora Warrior type character other than Rocky, this character gains blocker.
I have a question. Mm-hmm. I don't remember her from this series.
Me either. I mean, it's obviously been in Sky Island, but she is not in my memory at all.
I don't remember her because and then like I feel like I would remember her.
It almost feels like she's an OC.
Maybe she's a side character from one of the games, maybe?
No, because what game would be making up OC Shandora Warrior characters,
Oh, bro, I can name you a bunch of One Piece games that just have characters. Like, for example, like in set 2, we had on the One Piece Odyssey characters.
Yeah, no. I'm not saying that they wouldn't do fake characters. I'm saying, what game would be making fake characters specifically for the NL arc?
Oh, no, that's a good question.
That's like, I think it's so hyper specific. Like,
I'm just looking up the character on the wiki right now.
yeah. So I'm sure I feel like she has to be from main series. 'Cause I can't imagine having free range to make up a character and that's what I do with it. I make fucking an NL throwaway. Like,
I think it's so funny that we have more interest of where she's from than the actual card.
Oh, her effect's trash though. She's
I
a
don't think she's
conditional
good.
blocker.
Yeah.
She's terrible. This is a worse Toki.
Yeah, because you can't even use this in an L because he's not a Shandora warrior. So
Yeah, this is really bad. Like, I think this card's this card's a 1.
This is a conditional blocker. It's a 0.5. I'd give it a 0.
I'll give it a 0.5 because at least it can sometimes be a blocker.
Okay, let me look at our Shandora warriors real quick.
I'm gonna look where she's from. While you do.
I looked up where she's from. She's in 1 episode, 1 chapter.
Jesus Christ!
I knew she had to be canon, like, because usually when they make up characters, it's some crazy shit, like a mythical Zoan vampire fruit and shit like that, like.
I love that shit.
Yeah, or a woman with the ability to turn into perfume. I can't imagine throwing away your custom character on woman with wings who is part of Shandora tribe, like.
Yeah, true.
And even then, like, finding cards that are also Shandora, there's not a lot that I could find.
Cause it's like, all those cards see play in NL, but NL also doesn't even play all of them, and also he plays cards that aren't Shandora warrior on top of that. So like, she's not even gonna synergize with every card he puts on the board. This card, I'll also give her the 0.5. I'll give her the 0.5. The only reason I will not give her the 0 is because, God forbid you are running her, at least she has counter.
Yep.
Alright, next we are looking at Arlong. Green character, cost 4, power 6000 / Fishman East Blue Arlong Pirates. On play, you may discard 1 card from your hand. Up to 1 of your opponent's rested leaders may not attack until the end of their next turn. Trigger, rest up to 1 of your opponent's cost 4 or lower characters.
So, hard dropping him is terrible. Playing him off Arlong effect is actually pretty cracked.
Yeah, I feel like that's what it's literally made for. Otherwise, it's not great.
Yeah.
As their leader has to already be tapped in order for
Yeah.
them, so.
Which means the leader's already swung. Or the only other way the leader's rested is if it's like Rebecca and they've tapped her for utility or something.
Yeah.
Which I guess is also, I guess that's something, because it's like, well, now you can't restand her next turn for Kyros and stuff, but like, I'm not a fan of this card. It is a 4-cost 6K.
With trigger that Arlong can bring out, I would say it's like a 2.5, maybe a 3.
I'd say 2.
I do like that. Oh, well, he doesn't even, a trigger, it doesn't even play him. You just tap something.
No, the trigger would play this card much better.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be really good.
Oh, but because he has trigger, Arlong can play him.
Yeah. Yeah, this card is, I'm gonna give it a 2.5. I think it's very average. Right down the middle, just give it a 2.5.
Yep.
Next we have Lily Carnation. Red character, cost 4, power 0. Film Omatsuri Island. Counter 1000. Activate main. Once per turn, you may trash 1 of your characters with 6000 power or more. Play up to 1 film type character card with power between 2 to 5000 from your trash. Rested.
Card's ass.
You think so?
Weird.
I like it, I think.
Gordon.
I think I like this card.
I'm
So...
not a big fan of this card. You're
Comes rested.
It trashes Guild Tesseril, it trashes the 7-cost Z, it trashes the Shanks from hand. He's also a film for some reason. And then it just recurs. So what, 2 5s?
yeah, exactly.
It can't recur Buena Festa. It can recur the Luffy. It can recur Gordon's.
So
Yeah, I'm not big on it.
Yeah, the card's bad. Now see, if it just said, I'll like discard a card with 6k or more to grab a film type character and play it and play it rested, I would have been fine with that. I would have been fine with that.
It would even be better if it just played up to 6k power, because you would trade the 6k for another 6k, you know?
Yeah,
and then you
but
can play the card you trash, and they don't want that.
Right.
True.
I don't think that's too crazy though, considering the shit we're seeing nowadays.
Well, they could have worded it as bottom deck 6k power from your hand, and then play one from the grave. You know, like there's other verbiage they could have done to do that. It's the fact that the minimum is 2k. So it's like if I want to grab a chump blocker, I can't get it. If I want to grab the Buena Vista Searcher, I can't do that. It comes out rested.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, yeah, go. You continue.
Well, and it's the rested part too, because it's like
that's literally that's
blocker,
why
it doesn't matter.
That's my problem. Because I was gonna say, because even if it didn't, even if it wasn't 6,000, if it brought it out active at the very least, I would still be okay with it. Because it's like I could swing with something, pop it, and then bring back like Film Uta from my discard pile, Film Uta blocker, and then that would be whatever.
Yeah, and then like calling back to the to like a couple videos back when about the one drop film dude, and then with the on like with the Vista, bro, I would be 10 out of 10 times happy if someone dropped this and I just go, I pay 3 for Vista to pop this.
Yeah, because like I think also if it just did 1,000 more, you know, because then it would be like I could pop my character and bring like Guilt to Sora out the discard pile, and that would be good.
Yep.
Like, I don't know. I it's very Alexa, turn on bedroom.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. It's she doesn't have a lot of good targets. There's what cards are worth popping a 6k to bring out something from the discard pile tapped. Like I think the only, because I was gonna say it's not even Uta because she's a blocker. She's coming out tapped. Like there's like 4-cost red Uta that she'd come out, she'd pick something up from the discard pile, but it's like you're bringing out a 4k body, you know, tapped. So like I don't know what there even is.
I don't think there's any good film cards that have on plays for this card to be that for this card to have this effect, you know? Like it would have been different if there was a film card that said on play pop something, you know? Because then it'll be like cool. I mean, now I have this character that can make me infinitely play this popper, you know, or this dude that lets me draw. No,
I was gonna say
you have a I forgot about the red film cards existing from like the red Uta pack. There's a 4/5 law that minuses something by 2k on play. That's recurable.
Well, no, that's what I was gonna say. Cause I don't even think it's that they don't have good on plays. I think it's that. So if I've spent 4 Dawn, and then I've brought, first I've spent 4 Dawn, I've popped something, I've brought back a law, I've lowered something by 2k. I only have maximum 6 more Dawn to play that turn out. So, well, I feel like what can you do to really take advantage of like that minus 2k for only 6 extra Dawn? There's things like, especially, and then it's the whole thing too, because you're just giving up a 6k in the process. So you're giving up at minimum 4 Dawn of a character. Like, I don't know. I really can't think of, like, what would a high roll play with her be? What would be like the best play you could think of?
I think the best play with minimum card investment is you play her, you discard the card, you play the law, he minuses something by 2, he's rested, and then your leader, even if you have no more Dawn, you probably kill another 5k, or there's a 6k that's now 4k, or a 7k that's now 5k that you can contest. Like that's the bare minimum. Anything else outside of that, now I need other cards to make this good.
I don't even think that was like good. Because also it's like, because this card feels like it wants to be Rebecca blocker, 4 cost, play a 4 lore from discard, or actually it's at the hand and then play. But it's like this card doesn't even have blockers, so it's like you've spent 4 Dawn, you've put this body on the board that doesn't do anything. So realistically, it's 4 Dawn, trash a 6k, and then play something from the discard pile. And then it's just like from there, where do you go? So like essentially it'd be like I'm paying 4 Dawn to play. Because if it was like 4 Dawn and then you play like a 4 less from discard pile, it'd be like, you know, basically I'm just playing Law for my discard. But I have to kill something. And a lot of the bodies aren't even 6. Like, if they're already 6 by default, then they're good characters that you wouldn't want to pop, like Guilt to Sorrow. And if they're not filmed, then you have to like invest Dawn into them and then like swing, I guess, and then pop it. So that's more Dawn invested into the play. So it's even less Dawn to play the turn out. So now you don't have 6, now you have 5. Like,
and that is ignoring that she's a 0 power character, that green could just tap this. 4 is not a high level. It's not a high enough level to where black can't just deal with it. Like,
well, I don't think
minuses it by 1 naturally. Then Kobe pops it.
Well, I was gonna say,
tap it. Blue
I don't think you care about this getting outed though, because like if it's on the board, it means it's already done its job, and you were never gonna swing with it, you know. So it was never. It was just sitting on the board, taking up space, waiting to be played over, essentially. So if your opponent does tap this, it's like, why are they even doing that? It's never gonna do anything again. Like, it's already served its purpose.
It's gonna get red hawked. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, like at that point, if your opponent's tapping this, they've just turned it into a blocker. That's the best case scenario, probably.
The best play would require like 4 cards out of hand, because you would play Fire Fist to pop other stuff with it.
Yep.
Yeah, I was thinking too, because it's like, for me, I was thinking like maybe the best play, I think it will be some shenanigans and like red purple law maybe, where you cheat her out of the hand and then you pop something else and then you bring back, God, I don't even know what you do with this. Like, what does she say? And she has to bring back film even, because she can't even like bring back a Zoro or something. Like, this card's terrible, actually. Yep. The more I think about this card, it's just so bad.
Yeah, it's terrible. Like,
this card, I'm gonna give this card a 1.
Full time. Oh my God, you're.
I'm not going to give it a 0 because the effect is so weird that if somebody found a way to do something with it, I'm not gonna say something good. They just found a way to do something, so I can't think of fucking anything. If they did something with this card, you know, it would surprise me. I can't think of a worse card. This is this is so bad.
I'll give it a 1. I'll give it a 1 just in solidarity.
Nick?
Oh, I said same 1.
Oh, okay. All right, next we have Tararan. Black character, cost 2, 3,000 power, special. Thriller Bark Pirates, counter 1,000. On play, or on KO, trash the top 3 cards of your deck. So this is a worse than Nupe.
But it's another searcher.
Yeah.
We were talking about this for fun, Manny, for the OP06 pre-release. Bring Blue Nami, play this in the dog.
Hell yeah, boy.
Y'all are crazy.
In a heartbeat.
Hell no.
In a goddamn heartbeat, bro. That be wild.
All I heard was y'all are crazy, and it went dead silent. Are y'all talking?
Yeah, we're talking.
Yeah. Nah, but like, he's just another searcher. He trades the draw for the extra card dump, which isn't worth. Hello?
You're listening.
Oh, when Nick said something, and I thought you said hello, as if he was.
Oh.
There we go. It's working again now.
See? I told you, Chris.
Okay, gotcha.
But yeah. But like you're trading the draw for the extra card dump, which isn't worth, but it is just another card that acts as like a pseudo searcher for the deck. So like, I don't think he will see play. Maybe he does, for the sheer fact that maybe we need more Thriller Bark names.
That's what I was gonna say. I agree with that.
Like so maybe there's some number we play of him. Like obviously like obviously you max out on the Sanji penguin, and then you play some number of this.
I love everybody calls that Sanji a different animal. You call it a penguin. I've heard some people call it a dog. I know the last time we did this, I called it a cat. Like, yeah, I know, I agree, because I was going to say, like, I don't think this card's effect is all that great, because it's just strictly worse than Nupe. And once you've seen one in Nupe, like, you're never bringing this card out the discard pile, you know? So,
no.
But I do think if, like, Gecko doesn't get enough names, maybe you do run, like, 2 of this card, probably, who knows? And also, because we were talking about, like, there's another card that did this, but it didn't have the Thriller Bark Pirates tag, and result that being a searcher, you know? So, yeah. That's what this could potentially be. Also, if you haven't seen your Nupe, maybe you play this to try to find your Nupe or put a Perona in discard or something. Like,
Exactly. Like, for example, it's just like with Law, where it's like, yeah, like, well, not anymore because Nami's banned, but at the time, like you had the Nami searcher and you had the Bonnie searcher, where like they could essentially get the same card. This is just, the 2 sides of a different coin. It's just a second searcher. Why would you not play a second searcher if you have the room in your deck,
Yeah, no, this card is like, I was gonna say I think it's just like necessary, but I don't think it's that. I'm gonna give this card like a 3 because it's not a bad card by any means. It's not a great or stellar card either, though. It's just right there in the middle. We'll probably play it, probably won't, who knows. Just depends on how many names you get.
If you want to invest 2 Dawn into it to swing him.
He is also... Yeah, go for it.
Oh, well, I was going to say, I think he's just another starter, and then,
he is.
If you don't start with him, then he's just counter.
Yeah, if you don't start with him, he's just counter. And also, like, I think, like you said, he is just a starter. And he has another, like, name that you could pop, like, with ores or something.
Yeah.
So, I think he'll probably see play just for the name or the tag alone.
Yeah.
Cost 5, power...
Color?
True. Power 7,000, strike, navy, Dawn ×2 when attacking. If you have 4 less cards in your hand, your opponent cannot activate blocker during this battle. So this is red getting their 5 cost Luffy.
Blue, but yeah.
Yeah, my bad. The blue getting their 5 cost Luffy without rush.
I was gonna say
in exchange for rush, so you get an extra 1,000 power.
Yeah. I like it, honestly, but
you have to have 4 less cards.
It's blues.
Oh, I forgot I had a restriction on it. My God. Meanwhile, Luffy just has rush and no restriction.
And this effect.
Yeah.
So dumb.
This is fine. I'll give it a 3.
Give it 2.5.
Yeah, I mean...
I like it as a game ender, so I would also give it a 3.
I think the reason Luffy's such a good game ender, though, is because he comes out and does it. I think when the game ender's sitting on the board staring at you for an entire turn, it's a lot less intimidating, because...
Especially when Red Rock is a card.
Well, beyond Red Rock, just 3,000 worlds
I'd say this gets 3,000 worlded.
Yeah, like... He also...
All you did was lower the bar. That's all you did.
Yeah, 3,000 worlds exist. Is also in, like, a set with, like, Red Purple Uta, for example, where they just, like, swing, lower him to 5k, then jet pistol him. Like, I think...
There's a 7k jet pistol in the Red Purple starter deck people just haven't started experimenting with yet.
Oh yeah, there's also, like... When you take out the surprise factor of the rush on Luffy, he gets a lot worse. This is not by any means a bad card, but I don't think he is... Because also, that's the other thing, too. Sometimes, like, sticking 5 cost Luffy on the board... There's a lot of times where I stick him on the board, and you sit there and contemplate whether or not you leave him active for next turn, or you swing with him because he's probably not going to make it to the next turn. And I feel like every time I've not swung with him, he's been answered. And there's nothing that's answering him that's not answering this besides jet pistol, so... Yeah, I don't know. I don't expect this card to see play, honestly. But if it did, I could see why. Did you give it a number, Nick?
Yeah, I think I said a 3 as well.
Okay. What were you saying, Manny?
No, that's it.
Oh, okay. Well, we didn't end on the highs that were yellow 2 cost Tsunami, but at least we didn't end on a bad card this time, I guess.
That's true.
Anyone before we close this one out, boys?
I will say that after thinking a bit more, that even though Shanks does answer any card, I still think I wish he did a little bit more. I do see the value where it's like, you play a big thing, I answered the big thing, so now what do you have to do? And like, Chris, you're right, like there's value in there, so like, I'll definitely give him like a 4, a 3.5, I'll go from there. But yeah, like, you know what, like I do see the value in that. I do see it.
You're right, Shanks does need to do more. Give him Rush.
You're right. You know what? Give him counter and let him give the leader or a character banish.
He's still not searchable by any means. Oh wait, no, he's a film card.
This
He's
is the
searchable
Shanks
now.
He's searchable now, yeah.
Yep, he's searchable. You know what? Never mind. He doesn't.
Buena Fiesta's searching him 5 deep.
Oh, you right.
Yeah. I think we give him counter, we give him the ability to give a character or a leader banish, and I think we also give him trigger pop a 4-cost character. And then I think with that being said, we can finally give Shanks his 5.
There we go.
Yeah.
Well, think about it, with all the power running and power creeping, you know, at this point, it's just, you know, the name of the game now.
Snitch. Snitch.
God, it's so unfortunate too, because it's like, with the power creep happening, I'm so upset. It's because I want to play Gecko Moria so bad. I want to play that leader so bad, and it's going to be in the most degenerate set of One Piece. What if I don't even get to enjoy that leader to its truest extent because I'm dead by turn 4?
True.
Like, oh my god.
Possibilities are endless.
That's a benefit of Gecko, actually, is he's still a 5-life leader.
He is a 5-life leader. He does have a blocker that he can loop. I mean, Yamato will just tap the blocker down, but... Okay. Well, anyway, with that being said then, until next time, we'll see you guys.
See ya.
Later.